Hi everyone, I am Katarina for the Wow Embossing YouTube channel. Today we are going to create this really lovely colorful card with some playful background using mixed media powders inspired by Seth Apter. And the ones that I'm using today are the Citrus Quad. This creates some stunning textured look with some chunky sparkles included. So the red one is the tomato. Then we have the kiwi gold, which is a gorgeous greenish yellowish color. Then we have rusty, which perfectly lives up to its name. And finally olive, which is such a lovely vibrant green color. I love using these sets like the quads and the duos and the trios by Wow Embossing because these ensure that these colors will work perfectly together on your projects. So if you're struggling picking colors, trying out our duos, trios or quads is definitely a great option to start with. In here you can see me adding double-sided sticky adhesive on top of a piece of a white card, and then I'm going to die cut 3 different sizes of circles from these multiple times. Now, when you're using double-sided sticky adhesive with heat embossing, make sure that you're using a heat-resistant one or one that is a heavy-duty one, so it will withhold the heat from the heat gun later on. I picked out 3 of each size of the circles that I've die cut. I'm peeling back the adhesive backing from the largest of the circles and adhering the middle size circle on top of that, but leaving the backing of the adhesive on that one. I am making sure to roll between my fingers and shake these spots a little bit because I do want to evenly distribute those components, the mixed media bits, all across that pot. And in here you can see that once I sprinkled it, the powder only stuck to where it was sticky. So now I am peeling back the backing of the adhesive of the medium size circle, adding or adhering the smallest circle and on top of that, and then I'm sprinkled a bit of a rusty this time. The previous one was the tomato color. And now I'm going to peel back the adhesive from the smallest of the circle and I'm sprinkling some olive on top of that. So you can see how I created these lovely colorful textured layered circles. Now I heat set these all together. You can of course do this separately, heat set each color as you go, but I just prefer doing it this way. And look at that gorgeous textured sparkle in there. It is truly so pretty. I really love how these turned out. Now of course you could arrange this differently. You could add the circles in the middle of the larger ones, but I thought it was just quite a playful addition to offset them a little bit. So I'm creating one more here on camera, starting with the kiwi gold, and then to the middle layer I'm adding my tomato color, and then I will peel back again the smallest of the adhesives in there, or the backing of the adhesives, and I'm sprinkling olive on top of that. And you will see how gorgeous this one turns out again. Even before heat embossing, it just looks perfect. So now I'm going to heat set this one as well, and then as for the rest of my circles, I will create those off camera because that would be just very repetitive to show you all my circles. So here you can see I've created some of the same sizes that I already showed you, then some just using 2 colors on the 2 smaller sizes of circles, and the smallest of the circles I also heat embossed with just 1 color. As you can see, I also alternated the colors, so all of those circles look slightly different from the others. And here I just have a piece of white card measuring 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 inches, and I am just gluing all these circles very randomly, no rhyme or reason to it. I really am not following any kind of a pattern. I'm just adding them here and there and everywhere using all 3 sizes of these layered circles in here. And once I've glued them all down in place, I'm turning my card upside down, and just with my long bladed scissors, I'm removing any overhanging excess in there, leaving me with this really pretty card panel. I love how it looks. And then I covered a separate piece of card in the Wow Embossing ink pad. I sprinkled olive embossing powder. This is one of the 4 colors that we've already used. and I'm heat setting it from below. I do not want to blow any of those particles away. Look at that gorgeous textured sparkle I got in there. It's just beautiful. So taking a die set from Spellbinders, this is the Vivid Blooms one, I'm die cutting that foliage one several times from the green panel, and the small flowers several times from the panel that we added double-sided sticky adhesive to at the start of this video. So now, starting with these flowers, I'm removing the backing adhesive from each of those, and I'm going to cover them in sparkling sugar sparkles. This is premium glitter by Wow, and it is beautiful. It shows so many colors through it. It's like a translucent white glitter, but so many colors are showing through it. It is genuinely so beautiful. This is my second pot that I'm on now. I really am obsessed with it. I did the rest of the flowers exactly the same way. And then here I have my card base, which measures 5 by 7 inches. And I will have a panel to go between these two, which measures just 1/8 of an inch larger than this panel. So it is 4 7/8 by 6 7/8 inches. I don't want to have it pure white. I don't want to add any extra color to it, but I do want to separate these two layers. So I'm taking my fine tip glue bottle, which has some dry clear glue in it, and I'm just going around all the 4 edges, smudging it with my finger just to create a lovely thin layer. And then I'm going to cover that glue in the same sparkles, the sparkling sugar premium glitter in here. So I'm just adding it to all 4 of those sides, and wherever I miss a spot, you'll see I just very easily go back with my glue bottle again, and I'm going to fill out that area. And it doesn't matter if it's not tidy looking, if those lines are not straight, because you will only be able to see a very thin frame on all 4 sides. I glued that just flat onto my card base, and then here I was deciding whether I wanted to use my card in a portrait or in a landscape orientation. Both would work. I decided to go with the landscape one. Then a piece of vellum about 1.5 inches in width I've torn alongside the longer edges, both on the top and the bottom, and just used some double-sided sticky tape to stick this behind the card panel in there. For my sentiment, I chose the Sweet Sentiments Fab Foliage, which are toner printed sheets by Wow. And I've had this previously foiled with the gold fab foil. So you can see from the black writing, it turns into gorgeous gold foiled sentiments. You can use those sheets as backgrounds or cut them into little sentiment strips, just like I have done in here. And I picked out the Happy Birthday to You. This is such a lovely technique to create some lovely foiled sentiments without foiling machines using a laminator. In here, I've die cut a single diamond just from a die set by Spellbinders. And I'm going to use that diamond as my grinding place for my flowers and foliage. But before doing that, I'm going to stuck this vellum down just with a single glue dot. And the diamond also has some double-sided sticky tape behind it, which I adhered to the vellum. And here I'm covering this whole panel in foam pads, reinforcing it with some liquid glue, and sticking it onto the front of my card. And this is where I'm going to start adding the foliage and the flowers. So I'm going to use just some liquid glue to add these onto the diamond. And I am arranging them so those stems meet up, and I will be able to cover those up with the sentiment strip at the end. And here I'm just adding a little glue dot to each of those endings on those foliage, and I'm adding my gorgeous sparkly flowers, one to each. I had more cut than what I needed, but I do like to rather have extras than having to go back and start die cutting again. So that's why you can see me not using all of those. I added the sentiment strip there in the middle, and it is folded up on foam pads. And now I'm just using some lovely gold rhinestones to add in the middle of each of those flowers, and that kind of brings everything together in there for me. With the gold sentiments, it just plays very nicely. To finish my card, I just thought that I had too much white space left in there. You could obviously do any ink splattering or anything that you wanted to it, but I wanted to go real nice and clean looking for this card. So I picked out these sparkles by Chloe's Creative Cards, and the ones that I picked are actually just clear, but have some gorgeous colorful sparkle shining through them as the light hits them, and I think that finishes the card off just perfectly. I really enjoyed making this one, and just as I was working with the diamonds, I thought that instead of the circles, using those diamonds would be fun too. So yeah, I do think that there's a lot of options to change up this card, and I would love to know your opinions on it. Please do leave me a comment in the comment section below, and do let me know what shapes would you use on your card. I cannot wait to read all of those. And in here you can see some close-up images showing you all those lovely details all across this card. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you follow Wow Embossing all across their social medias, all linked in the description box below. And if you haven't yet done so, make sure you subscribe to the Wow Embossing YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell to make sure you get notified when new videos get uploaded by all the very talented design team members. And for more sparkly inspiration, I would love to have you over at my own YouTube channel as well. Just click on those little pictures that you can see on the screen now. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate you, and I will be back soon with my next one. Bye!